So today is March 3rd, and this is today's newspaper. This is the front page. On the front page, there is nothing important for us, so we can skip it. On the page 2, which is city news, this is also not important. Page 3 is also not important. On page 4 as well, there is nothing relevant for us. On page 5, nothing relevant. On page 6, which is the editorial page, this article, lines and roles. This article discusses the issue between the governor and the chief minister. Okay, and it also describes what are the causes for the conflicting role of the governor in the states. So this is a good article. Some important commissions are mentioned here, like Sarkaria Commission, right? You should know about this commission, Punchi Commission, and how we can overcome this conflict between the governor and the state, you can say, government. So this is important article. An appetite for war but no place for peace. This article is not important. A negation of the individual and collective moral decay. This is also not very relevant. Losing steam. Latest GDP number reflect a flattering recovery even as Ukraine crisis heighten risk. This article, there is nothing very important in this article, but you can read it if you want. Moving on to the next page. The Libyan imbroglio gets more complicated. So this article discusses about the present situation in the Libya, but it is having very little relevance or no relevance for the India, so we can skip this article. The alarming rise of food share. This is also not very relevant article. We can skip it. This is state specific, so we can skip it as well. Moving on to the next page. On the next page, that is page number 2, here also there is nothing very relevant. This is the page dedicated to the assembly polls, so all the political news not relevant for us. Next page, that is page number 10. On this page, this news is important. India is natural leader of Quad in the Indo-Pacific. So this is the Milan show. Okay, this is some kind of multinational defense exercise which is happening in Visakhapatnam. So you should know about this Milan exercise and also about the Quad, right? So this is important article. Moving next, on the next page. So on this page 11, the world news. So this map was also there in the yesterday's newspaper, and I told you to draw this map and note down the important neighbors and cities of the Ukraine. Okay, so this can be asked. So if you have not already noted down, please note down these things. Rest nothing is important in this page. Next is page number 12, business news. So trade deficit widens to $21 billion again as imports climb to 35%. Now you should know what is this trade deficit or current account deficit. So these kind of terms are very important. This article discusses how much is the trade deficit in India and the things that we are importing in a very high quantity, and because of this the trade deficit is very high. So this is a good article. February manufacturing PMI signals uptake in output orders. Now in this article they have discussed about PMI, which is purchasing managers index. This PMI, purchasing managers index. So this is important term. You should know about what is this PMI and what is its relevance. Okay, moving ahead. FMCG consumption slows in urban market. So this FMCG industry you should know. So please Google it and note down about FMCG industry. On the sports page there is nothing relevant for us, so we can skip this page 13. Also this page 14 we can skip it. Next is this text and context pages. So this article, IPCC sounds another climate warning. This report has been in news since last 3 days. Okay, so continuously the news is there about this article. So yesterday also I told you to note down the important point given about this IPCC report. So read this article, very informative article and very good article. Russian invasion is making the global chip shortage situation. Now this issue of semiconductor chips or chips has become a major issue for world economy, and how this Russia-Ukraine war can make the thing more worse. So this article discusses these things. So you should also read this article, okay, and try to understand what is the issue with the chip. Next is this one, doctors for rural India. Inducting licentiate medical practitioner may be the solution to chronic shortage of doctors in the rural areas. So this is a major health concern in India, lack of the doctors. Okay, so this is also a good article, you should read it as well. So these are the all things which are given in today's the Hindu newspaper. I will also upload the copy of this paper, okay, the PDF copy of this paper on my YouTube channel as a link in the comment section. So from there you can download this paper as well. And that's all. Thank you.